Hey, what's up everyone, Nick here with my recap and review for Green Lantern's Rebirth #1. This is written by Geoff Johns and Sam Humphries with art by superstar artist Ethan Van Sciver. Now the issue opens up with a narration by a mysterious figure talking about all of the Earth Green Lanterns and saying that there are problems that they need to deal with, but that they are after a power that was left behind from an old guardian who is believed to be lost long ago, but has now been rediscovered by a new alien species, and in his fear he unlocked a box with new power that's been unleashed, and the mysterious person wants to get a hold of this power. We then cut to Simon Baz back in Michigan at his sister's home as he is cleaning it up after people had marked on it with graffiti and stuff, and one of the guys actually from the original Green Lantern stuff that like when Simon was first introduced, one of the government guys wants to talk to him because when they let Simon Baz off and release of him as charges, they still had to deal with him, that they would get information on the Green Lantern Corps from him. Now the interesting thing about this scene is that it's been quite a while actually since we've seen Simon Baz, and I actually enjoy the fact that they're going back and really recognizing this character, and they're going to make him something now in this book. Like, he's going to be a mainstay in this book, he's going to be in the Justice League title, so that'll be really cool to see. We cut to Portland, Oregon, where we see Jessica Cruz finally out of her apartment room and at a local sports game for her school, and her friends are surprised because they've never seen her out of the apartment. They've been trying to get her out for 3 years now, and she's kind of just dealing with the fact that she is a Green Lantern. She's had all this stuff happen to her. As people know who read Justice League, like the Geoff Johns Darkseid War stuff, a lot went down for her in that storyline, and she's just trying to deal with the fact that now she's back on Earth, but more importantly she's a Green Lantern and she has to live up to that sort of status and become better. So both of them get a distress call that makes them go to Arizona, and they come across an unknown spacecraft, and Green Lantern Simon Baz questions Jessica Cruz because he doesn't know her, and he thinks that he's the only Earth Green Lantern in this sector for now. And essentially what happens is a manhunter explodes out of the spacecraft that they went to investigate and attacks both of them, and they get pretty much beaten by this manhunter. And it turns out that this was all a training exercise held by Hal Jordan. Now Hal tells them that this was a test to get them to work together better and become prepared for things that will happen on Earth, because Hal believes that something is coming for Earth if it shows both of these two Earth Green Lanterns, and since both of them are rookies, they really need to learn how to control their powers, work against adversaries, and work together, more importantly, because Hal tells them that the Corps is all about collaboration, and he fuses both of their individual power batteries into a single battery. That way they really have to rely on each other in times are desperate. The issue ends with Hal leaving them at the Justice League headquarters in the Watchtower and heading back off into space, as it's revealed that the mysterious narrator at the beginning of the issue is actually Atrocitus, the leader of the Red Lanterns, and that his whole ultimate goal is to bring upon the Red Dawn after he mentions the Blackest Night happened, Brightest Day, and now it's time for the Red Dawn, which he will get the power from the Lost Guardian that we saw at the beginning of the issue, and he's pretty much going to try and take over the universe and take out Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz because they have big plans for Earth and they're the only ones defending it right now, and since they're both rookies, things are probably going to go pretty bad for them. So all in all, that was the end of the issue. I thought it was like okay. It wasn't the best, it was serviceable. It introduced a new storyline for the Green Lanterns. It brought back Simon Baz. It put Jessica Cruz in a different place that she's been for a while now, and overall I was pretty much like satisfied with it. I don't really have too many complaints apart from the fact that a whole lot didn't happen in the issue. The characterization that Simon and Jessica had, and I love the fact that Hal was kind of like this training officer telling them both like, oh, you guys are rookies, you need to work together and like learn how to be cops out in space and fight against the enemies that you're going to come across. So that was cool to see. But yep, I'm going to give this issue a 7 out of 10, and I will probably be picking up Green Lanterns going forward and checking out what's to come in the Red Dawn storyline. Post your thoughts down in the comment section below if you got a chance to check this book out, and if you're excited for the return of Simon Baz as a Green Lantern and the introduction of Jessica Cruz as she begins her journey as a Green Lantern, and the whole Atrocitus storyline, the Red Lanterns coming back, this whole Red Dawn thing. I think it looks pretty cool. It certainly looks a lot better than the Green Lantern stuff did prior to the Rebirth storyline. So hit that subscribe button down there if you're new to the channel, and click the like button because it helps us out a lot. If you want to support us further, we have a Patreon which you can go check out. My name is Nick, and I will catch you guys next time.